Everyone, I am here tonight. It's Natasha again. We are here and a little bit early, so we're gonna give people a chance to get on to the IG live. What's up, everyone? Today is going to be a little bit different because I don't really have a topic. I don't have a topic at all. I'm just going to be answering your nutrition questions. I have some nutrition questions here that everyone has been asking me over the past couple days. And if you have any questions that you want to ask me about nutrition or health or anything like that, please feel free to ask and I will answer them to the best of my abilities, my nutritional knowledge that I've had for these past 10 years or so. So I am here and I guess we can get started. So if you have any questions, like I said, make sure you just go ahead and ask me. Okay, cool. So let's get to it. I have some questions here. I'm not going to use you guys's IG handles because somebody kind of complained and said that they didn't want anybody to know who it was actually asking the question, so I won't mention it, I guess. So I have someone who asked me sometimes after a workout I don't feel like eating, is that okay? So we have a question on IG Live, so let me talk about that. Poor circulation and anemia, what can I do? Well, with anemia, you should eat more foods that are higher in iron. So dark green leafy vegetables, things like spinach, collard greens, kale, things like that. The darker the better in your greens. And also red meats usually have a lot of iron in them. So any kind of beef, you want to try and go for a leaner meat, one with less fat. That works the best. If you pair those two together, then that's good. If your anemia is very low, then you might want to talk to your doctor about getting a prescription for iron. The only thing about certain iron supplements that they have out there in like different places like GNC is that you're not really sure what's in them. You're not really sure what's in any kind of supplements, period. But they may have different additives in them, sugars and all kind of different flours and other kind of crap in them. So you may want to try and go to your doctor and have your doctor prescribe you an iron pill, because if your iron is so low, they may need to have a pretty high amount of iron in them, and that's one that you would need a prescription for. Also, you'll know that it's basically really in there. So try definitely doing the dark green leafy vegetables. I suggest adding them not just to your dinners. You can have in in omelets, like a spinach omelet. You can add kale to your smoothies in the morning with fruit and milk and something like that. So that'll help. And then try and have some leaner meat. That'll help as well. So that'll help with the anemia portion of it. Any more questions? Definitely feel free and ask me. But this person here talks about working out and they don't like to eat after they work out. It's very important that you eat before and after you work out. Some people don't like to eat after or before their workout because it can make them feel nauseous. Some people hear about fasting and how that burns more. That's right to an extent, but it depends on what type of working out you're doing. If you're doing something that's very strenuous, then you want to make sure that you're eating, because you're just waking up from sleeping 6 hours or 8 hours or whatever the case may be, and you need something to fuel your body in order to do that workout. So you should eat something before. And also it's important that you eat 120 minutes, at least 120 minutes after you've eaten. After you've worked out, sorry. So that's 2 hours. 2 hours before, 2 hours after you've done your workout, and to make sure that it has a protein and a carbohydrate in it. So a protein like a boiled egg and a carbohydrate like some fruit. Boom, there you go, super simple. I like to do before I work out, because I'm always late before my workouts, because I work out at 5 o'clock in the morning, no problem. I wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm late. And so I usually get a scoop of peanut butter because the peanuts in it has some protein in it. And usually peanut butter has some sugar in it anyway. So it's complete. It has the protein and the carbohydrate in it. I take a scoop and I eat it as I walk over to go to the gym. So that's what I do. But definitely make sure that you are eating something before and something after your workout so you won't crash. Nobody wants to do that, okay? Also, your body needs the energy because you've just broken down all of that muscle mass when you've done the workout, so you want to make sure that you build it up as well. You don't want to just have a broken down muscle, and that can cause other problems if you're not eating after you work out and you've done such a strenuous workout, you don't have anything to replete it or replenish it, I should say. So make sure you're doing that. So thanks for that question, person, since we're not giving names out for now. If you someone says, I hate my New Year's resolution diet already. What is today? The 15th, a month to my birthday. Keep that in mind, guys. I hate my New Year's resolution already. My New Year's resolution diet already. What should I do? What I would tell this person to do is to rethink and regroup and see what's going on. It's only been 2 weeks, and I'm not judging you at all, okay? Check out why you're doing this. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to lose this weight? Is it because you want to run around with your kids? Is it because your parents have diabetes and you don't want to have diabetes? Is it because summer is coming up real soon and you want to be fine? And all of those are great, but you want to make sure that you know your why and why you're doing it. Not just because your friends are trying to lose weight now too, because that's going to be, you're going to forget about that within the next 2 weeks. So try and make sure you know what your why is. I also gave some good tips on my last IG, I think it was my last IG live story, and I talked about how to keep your New Year's resolutions, and plug, I have my own YouTube channel on YouTube, of course. It's Natasha Ashley Nutrition. You can go and see all of the IG live stories, videos, I should say, that I've had in the past. They're on there, and I'm going to be introducing new stuff on there as well. But back to this question. To keep your New Year's resolutions, one, find out what your why is, okay? Why you're doing it. You want to also make sure that you are making a plan. If you don't have a plan, you just like, I'm gonna just lose weight and that's it, that's not gonna work. You have to have steps. You have to say, oh, I am going to go to the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesdays, I'm gonna do cardio on upper body. On Thursdays, I'm gonna do cardio on lower body. Boom. That's a specific plan on what you're gonna do. Not just, I'm gonna just work out. That's not gonna work, okay? Or I'm gonna eat fruits and vegetables, more fruits and vegetables. That's cool for you to say that, but you need to be more specific. I'm gonna have a vegetable in the morning. I'm gonna have 2 fruits in the evening. Like, be as specific as you can. That helps you set your goal, and also to write it down as well. So you have to make a plan, all right? And remember, be kind to yourself and take baby steps. Be gentle, be kind, take baby steps. You're not gonna lose 20 pounds overnight because everybody would be slim then. If you know that, then tell me. I'm just kidding. But take baby steps. Make small goals for yourself, okay? 2 pounds a week, you can do that, all right? 5 pounds a month, that is possible, all right? So you want to take small steps. Think of it in small steps, in small increments. That'll lead up to the big step, all right? Any questions, make sure you guys just type them up. I can read them, and I'll shoot out the answer if you have any nutrition questions right now. Right now, I'm just reading some questions that I got in my DMs now. So again, if you have questions, let me know. So the next person says, what are trans fats? Why should I eat them, or why should I not eat them? This is a very good question. So we hear a lot about trans fat and things not having any trans fat in them, so on and so forth. For one, let's start off when things say that there's 0 trans fat in them. This not quite true. It can have small traces, like 0.5%, I think, of trans fat in them. So let me answer your question first. Is it true the best time to eat is right after you work out? If so, why? So I kind of answered that a little bit earlier. So when you work out, you want to when you eat, you want to eat 2 hours before, at least 2 hours before or 2 hours after you work out. You don't want to wait longer than 120 minutes, 2 hours, of course, after you work out, because your muscle has broken down and you want to make sure that you're replenishing the muscle, okay? So try and eat a carb and a protein when you're eating after you work out. So something like a small sandwich, a half a sandwich, some turkey and some bread, okay? Some fruit and some Greek yogurt. That's complex. I said peanut butter. That's my go-to for my pre-workout because it's a protein and it's a carb combined together. So try and make sure that you're eating before and after you work out, because you've just working out, you've broken down the muscle, you've broken down some forms of fat, possibly. You want your body to keep going, otherwise you'll slow down and you might crash. So make sure you're fueling your body, okay? I hope that answered your question. Back to the trans fats. Trans fats are usually genetically, it's a modified thing that you eat that's not naturally found in foods. There are natural forms of trans fats. Animal fats have it naturally in them. Dairy products have it because animals make fat just naturally. But certain ones that food industries make, they add hydrogen to the liquid vegetable oil to make it solid. And what this does is it makes it last longer, makes the food taste better. That's why we have oil, like fried food tastes so good, because they've added all this trans fat to it. But the thing is that it's not good for you, okay? So try and not eat trans fats. Try and get the zero trans fats in your foods, okay? There's a lot more that I can say about trans fats as well. It can cause heart disease. It can increase your chance of getting diabetes. It can cause stroke. It can get all of that stuff in your body, all the things that you don't want in your body. So just make sure that you are avoiding the trans fats, avoiding things like processed foods, things like cakes and pies and cookies and that kind of stuff that we love to eat that are not that great for us. A lot of boxed foods, okay? Crackers, those things, fried foods, because the solid oils can be partially hydrogenated, so you want to try and make sure that you avoid those as well. I hope I answered that well. I know I stumbled a little bit in the middle though, but I still know what I'm talking about. Again, if you have questions, let me know. Answer them, or ask them, I should say, and then I'll answer them, okay? Should I avoid eating carbs, this person says? Short answer, no. The same thing I said about working out after, you need carbs for energy. You need your carbs in order to live, okay? It depends on what type of carbs also that you're putting in your body. So vegetables, some type of starchy vegetables, they're carbs. Fruit, they're carbs as well. Whole grain breads, those are all carbs, okay? When I was teaching at the, not teaching, but presenting at the career fair, last week, I, made an example of a car. So you have this car. If you have no gas in it, the car is not gonna run, right? Okay. So if you have this car and you put regular gas in it, it's gonna run. It's cool, fine. If you have premium gas in it, then it's gonna work a little bit better, right? So same thing goes with your body, okay? So if you have no food in there, it ain't gonna work. Oh, you're gonna be irritable and ain't nobody gonna talk to you. You're gonna be tired and groggy and blah, 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 okay? If you put regular fuel in your body, if you go and get some McDonald's, let's not even talk about McDonald's and your president. If you put something like crappy in your body, it's gonna run, of course, because it is a form of food, but you wanna try and put some premium gas, some premium fuel in your body in order for it to work better. Y'all follow me? You understand what I'm saying? I think you do. So foods that are premium foods, I would say, are like whole foods, okay? You always want to choose a whole food rather than not whole. So I'll give an example of trying to eat an actual apple instead of having the apple juice, okay? So if you're, not to say that apple juice isn't that great, if you have it whole and you made it yourself, then cool, but usually that's not the case. All right, or if you same thing, orange juice, you can just go on and on. So whole grains, you want to do colorful fruits and vegetables and grains, multigrain pasta, brown rice, whole wheat bread, sweet potatoes, color, things like that. So whole foods are always best for you to eat, and they're premium fuel in your body. Eat some carbs, please. You need to be able to think properly while you're at work and in these meetings, okay? You don't want to be groggy and you don't want to be irritable. Any questions? No? All right, I'm gonna move on now. Paleo, however you want to call it, I don't know, and it's whatever. Lots of people are doing the paleo diet now. It's supposed to be like the caveman's diet, where well, when we were, back in the day, we were around with dinosaurs and all this other stuff. We mostly ate meat and plants that were around. True. But it's been how many thousands of years since then? Y'all still walking around hunting for food? Because I'm not. But I digress. Paleo diet is based off of that, where you're eating mostly protein, you're eating some forms of vegetables like root vegetables, and some fruit and some like legumes or beans, which is for the most part okay. And you do lose weight because you are minimizing what you're eating. You're not eating processed foods. That's not in the diet. You're not eating a lot of sugar or much sugar unless it's naturally occurring in the fruit. You're not eating a lot of salt because you're not putting that in your foods either. Salt, sugar, fat is the American diet. And if you're not having that in your diet, then of course you're going to lose weight. And you're minimizing the amount of calories that you're having as well. The thing about paleo is that it's very restrictive, and so a lot of people fall off. So you're eating, all this protein and things that you usually don't eat, and you go and you pass by a pizza joint and then you eat a whole box of pizza. It's hard, okay? If you have that discipline, then go ahead, do you, boo. I don't. But I don't want to do that anyway. I want to do something where I can eat what I want to eat and then, still be able to be okay with my weight. Paleo can be very restrictive. So, just make sure that you are, if you have any type of medical condition, that you watch out for that as well. Things like diabetes. All right. If you're diabetic, then that might not be the thing for you because you do need a certain amount of carbs in your body. So it's a no. If you have certain medical conditions, talk to your medical provider, your dietitian about it. Like I said, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean meats, physical activity, that's usually the way to go. It ain't fancy, it ain't trendy, it ain't, spectacular like they have it blasted all over the TV, but it's the one that usually lasts a long, 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 long time. Long time. Let's see what other questions we got. If you guys have any questions, make sure you shoot them off at me because I'll be able to tell you what's going on. Someone asked, should I not eat after 8 p.m.? I get this a lot. I don't know who made this up actually. I'm not sure. Y'all, make sure you're eating, okay? Your body naturally tells you what you should be doing, and even sometimes what you should not be doing. So if your stomach is growling and it's 7:58 p.m., which you're not gonna eat anything? Is that what you're gonna do? I'm gonna eat, I can tell you that. Your body is telling you that you're hungry, so that you should definitely eat some food, okay? What are you eating is the question. Like, how frequently are you eating it? When are you starving yourself for the beginning of the day, not eating any breakfast, not eating lunch, so that when 7 o'clock rolls around, you're eating this huge meal. That's not what we want to do. You want to be able to space out what you're eating throughout the whole day so you're not overdoing it. Okay? So again, listen to your body. Listen to when it is hungry, when it's thirsty. Sometimes when you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. It's the same signaling system. All right. Also, when you eat certain foods, listen to your body when you go to the bathroom. In general, some people, I don't know why, you don't realize when stuff is irregular. All right. So if you've eaten something and what you've eaten has not made your stomach feel good, then listen to that. Listen to your body. Listen to what your body has told you. It's giving you data. It's giving you information. I don't like this. I don't like it at this time. I don't like how you cooked it. I don't like whatever it is. Write it down. Why not? Okay. So listen to what your body is saying. And just eat. Okay. Please eat. All right. How many calories should I be eating? This person asked. That's a loaded question, and I will unpack it for you guys. So again, when I did the career day, some kids asked this because we live in a Google nation and they want to know about stuff. So how many calories you consume depends on what you're doing, your age. It depends on a lot of things. So for example, if you are a 30-year-old defensive lineman that plays for the Giants, your diet will be different from an 18-year-old professional ballerina whose diet will be different from a 60-year-old diabetic who runs marathons, who's different from a 300-pound person who's usually at home, who works on the computer all day. So it varies. Now, what doesn't vary is the macro and the micronutrients. So things like protein and carbs and fats, we all need them. We all need things like iron and, vitamin C and things of that nature, but the amounts definitely vary. Okay, so we have the football player, we have the ballerina, we have the diabetic marathon runner, and we have the person who works at the computer all day. The amounts may vary. Maybe the football player will need more carbohydrates and more protein. The ballet dancer will need a little bit less carbs, a little bit more protein, and she's going to increase her vegetables. Okay, the marathon runner will need a little bit more carbs depending on how long that they're running, more protein, a little bit less fat. The person who is working on the computer all day will be decreasing on their carbohydrate intake, increasing their fruit and their vegetables. So you can see how it varies between each person, and it also varies between their age as well. A 15-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 60-year-old, a 45-year-old, they're all different. Sex, your gender, how much you're eating depends on your gender as well, your height and your current weight also, and also your medical conditions, if you have any, or any medical conditions that may run in your family may affect you and what you're eating and what your goal is. Okay, so there's so many factors that go into how many calories you should be eating. Short answer, 2,000. I went all the way around to give y'all 2,000, but for real, it definitely does depend on what you're eating, what you're doing, and also your physical activity. Are you going to the gym every day? Are you going once a week? Are you not going at all? You're just starting. What kind of physical activity is it? Is it football? Is it ballet? Is it marathon? Is it nothing? Okay, so just giving you guys those 4 different examples, you can see how everything varies on a nutrition basis. Okay. You guys have any questions? I had so many questions last week, and it wasn't even like a question topic, not a Q&A kind of session or whatever. But it's cool though. It's cool. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, you make sure that you DM me and you let me know what you want to talk about, what questions that you want answered. Okay. And I will make sure to answer them for you. All right. Again, my name is Natasha Ashley. I am on Instagram and Twitter at Natasha_RD. Facebook, Natasha Ashley, and I have my nutrition consulting business. You can go to NatashaAshleyRD.com for that. And I have my own YouTube channel. Again, it is Natasha Ashley Nutrition. You search for that on YouTube. All of my past YouTube channel, my YouTube, my God, all of my past Instagram videos, there we go, will be on there for you to view. Some people, this time around 8 o'clock, 8:30 is not that good for them. You can always go and check my feed on Instagram, and it'll be there for 24 hours. But I also upload it to my YouTube channel, Natasha Ashley Nutrition, so you can check it out there. If you have a topic that you want to talk about and discuss with me for the next Nutrition Tuesdays, please let me know, and I will get some information, research it for you the right way, and not just start Googling all kind of stuff. Okay, I'll get the nutrition information out there for you, and we can talk about it on the next Nutrition Tuesday, especially if it's a very, very popular topic that people want to know more about. If you guys have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask me right now. I have answered all of my questions that anybody had about nutrition who was in my DMs and they asked a question. So if you guys who came in the last few minutes have any nutrition or health questions, please feel free to ask. If you were a little bit shy, you can always DM me, like I said. But that's about it. I thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next Tuesday.